Hello, this is Maria Borgoff, and this week I want to talk a little bit about this idea of non attachment. It's a really popular phrase. If you do yoga, if you know anything about meditation or those kind of practices. But right now I'm actually in the car. I'm waiting to pick up my dear friend from the airport. And I had a great practice in non-attachment this morning. I thought that her flight was getting in at 11:30 and it was actually 12:30 because of a time difference. And so I had an hour to kill. Um, and I could have realized that as soon as I got to the airport and gotten really angry and been like, oh, why did I not check? Why did I? This is my fault. I could have blamed myself. I could have blamed her. I could have gotten really mad. But instead, I asked myself, do I want to get mad right now? How can I make the most out of this experience? How can I make this productive? So I found some things to do, a couple errands that I could run in that hour. So the practice of non-attachment, a lot of people talk about it in this idea of like detaching themselves from a situation so that they don't feel as emotionally attached, or they don't have such a strong emotional reaction to something, so that they're able to kind of shape their emotional reaction to something a little bit more positively. But detachment and being non-attached from situations, sometimes it can lead us to feeling kind of isolated, if you do it if you do it enough and you start to detach from people and from things and from activities that you love doing. So there's this fine line with detachment, and learning how to kind of dance around it so that you are detached in a way that serves you, but also in a way that you are still engaging fully in the world. So I want to challenge you today to practice detachment, practice pausing before you respond quickly to something that you are attached to, maybe an outcome or a certain result. Pausing before you express that attachment to something or that aversion to something, right? Attachment or aversion. Before you express that, ask yourself, what do I want to feel? Do I want to be attached to this? Do I want to be repulsed by it? And how can I maybe act or feel or shape my behavior to be a little bit more equanimous? Equanimous meaning equal or kind of even keeled. And that way you actually have a lot more control over your situations. You have a lot more control over your mood, how your day goes, right? At the end of the day, you might feel like that was such a bad day, or maybe that was a really good day. But the more and more we practice this non-attachment, right? Pausing before we get really attached to something or really averted by something, the more we practice that, the more at the end of the day we say, that was a day. That was a good day. Even if bad things happened, even if things didn't go perfectly, we can still practice equanimity, being equal, so that our life gets a little bit easier, a little bit more enjoyable. Our relationships, our interactions go more smoothly. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. If you've heard of equanimity before, if you've heard of non-attachment before, and what it kind of means to you. So please comment below. Make sure to contact us via the forum and ask us any questions that you have. And thanks for bearing with me as I sit in the car and record this video right now. But I hope you have a beautiful week and you can kind of bring this idea of detaching in a way that's still fully engaged. You can bring this idea all the way through your week. So I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you next week.